Welcome again, everyone. Jerry's Old Guy Review, and a little bit of different today. So, those of you that watch the crawling videos, and you see the little trails that run around, or you may have seen in the background these little buildings. Well, the yellow one's new. I now have 3 buildings back here, and this is the reason for it. You know, now some people, that's not really for me. Well, I'm going to stop everybody right now. If you love building kits, first of all, there is no better kit to build than a Tamiya, whatever we're calling it nowadays. This was the second one I ever built. This is the Tamiya Globeliner cab over. I started in 1999, I believe, is the first year I bought the, what is that? The King Hauler. The King Hauler has gotten a stretch chassis on him, and I'm still working on getting a carrier bearing and new drive shaft so I can drive him. Now, this Globeliner got a hand-me-down stretched chassis, so he's longer than he was before. Plus, he's got aluminum wheels. He's got both diffs filled with 330 million weight. Traxxas, what is that? The diff oil for the X-Max. If you enjoy building a kit, and then you enjoy watching the fact that you took a box of parts, I try to explain this to non-RC people. It's like a model kit. I have a worker who works for me, and he builds airplanes. The just static models. So this is one I've showed. I brought in some RC 4-wheel drive to show him, if you have a love for detail, you know, this truck right here, the Globeliner was always one of my favorites. And I actually put a little body lift on it so the front tires stick up a little higher, because as you see from the trails, I like driving mine off-road. And you know, if you can take the fact that you can drive them off-road compared to having to go find a nice section of pavement, that is a big plus. And you know, well, it doesn't hurt having a nice little area that is dual purpose. Oh, let me see if I can make it. I'm going to see if I can make it over there. To not be a total dork, you know, you need some place to drive to. So that new building is a diner. I've got Indigo Creek trading post, and I've got the repair shop with functional doors. All these things light up. I haven't necessarily done any with the light ups videos. I've done just driving around them. I'm working on getting there, getting the nice lit up action going for this fall. I've actually tested them all. I got some new lighting. Oh, not looking very well. Got some different lighting options. Oh, and the trailer I added 8 inches to, so it is, whoa, what happened there? It is more true to scale for the size of a 40-foot container trailer or flatbed, because the container trailer from Tamiya is a lot bigger than this flatbed was. You know, and then I've got the couple of bridges to go over. It's just, I can come out here, sit down, have an adult beverage, and drive this truck around. And I also have the night hauler to go along with this one, but this one with the updated tires, the differential, it just handles better. And then, you know, you can just take this. I made a video, I think 2 years ago, maybe, when everybody was asking me about driving these off-road. You know, now this road has been completely overhauled, so the night hauler does very well. You might notice that there's something in the way now. Work in progress. But, let me see here. This is one of the fun things. Oh, did I hit the rock? New obstacle, I can't tell. In the way, an obstacle. Let's see. I'm trying to do it with a big rock in my way. Oy! Too much. So I made this as a four-way, just so if this kind of situation happens, this is the true fun of these trucks, is to try to drive them. You know, any of us who have backed up trailers, you know, that's nothing like trying to back up these semi-trailers. And it's fun. Oh, and that one hit the rock. Especially when you put obstacles like all these rocks in the way. This is fun. You know, and I've made over there by the workshop, there's a loading ramp. So I can practice backing. But this right here, for people who love, you know, we can say with the scalers, putting details and all that stuff. You know what? Putting some gas cans and some sand rails, that's not the same as building it from scratch, adapting it to what you want it to do. And these right here, you know, I worked on it for years trying to get a good oil without putting JB Weld in the axles. You know, this right here, you know, a lot of people, you can JB Weld it and make it go off-road. This right here, right now, just with the tires. You know, I live in a state where we drive semis on the ice. You drive them in the ice and snow. You know, you drive them on dirt, gravel roads. This right here is making one of these work in kind of what it wasn't technically designed to do. I don't think Tamiya back in the 70s or 80s, when they designed this truck, ever thought people would be doing what they do with them now. You know, there's guys that put four-wheel drive axles on them. You know, this is just not your normal semi. And there you can see even it's hung up. Doing things with it that it wasn't designed to do. That is still one of my favorite things to do with RC. So this was just a quick one. I'm out. I spent the day working on the obstacle new obstacle. I'm going to make a video. We're going to do, subscribers are going to pick the names of these obstacles now. I put a shout out for naming the course. Nobody really acknowledged it. So now we're going to, just like I did with the one building out there, the Indigo Creek Trading Post, That is Steve, somebody I know from YouTube, and that's his handle. And he helped me pick out, at one point I had a lot of these trails named. He helped me out with a lot of the names. So what are we going to do? 1, 2, so we're going to name them as 4 obstacles, maybe 5. And I'm going to explain the new one in a later video because I'm letting it settle now. But just a quick one for today, and thanks everyone for stopping in. Let me know about semis. Is this something you may or may not want to get involved in? You know, yes, I know Tamiya has raised the prices on these. These trucks used to be $300. Every one I have was 300 and some change. And you know, I haven't bought one since. And if you want to get one because you want to drive it off-road, look at the King Hauler, the Globe Liner, because they have better ground clearance and they are a better all-around off-the-road vehicle. A lot of the new ones that are very gorgeous, just they're slammed to the ground. The battery goes, Globe Liner and the King Hauler, the battery goes in the cab. A lot of these newer ones, the batteries go underneath, so it's something to hang up. So that is a tidbit there. If you want one that can do stuff like this, you want to go with the Globe Liner or the King Hauler. Lots of room underneath. And I will talk to you on the next one.